Sour makes strong? Vitamin C, the ever-popular vitamin. Either way, it's known as our ultimate health booster. We know vitamin C as our protector, as an antioxidant that guards our cells against damage. But what if I told you that science has found a way to turn this vitamin into a targeted weapon? A weapon that penetrates certain cancer cells and there does not protect them, but triggers a cascade of destruction. This is not theory. A landmark study published in Nature Communications tested this idea when researchers combined a fasting-mimicking diet with high-dose vitamin C and applied it to KRAS-mutant cancer cells. The result was clear: an almost 100% eradication of the cancer cells in the lab, a result they could reproduce in colon, lung, and pancreatic cancer cells. Brief context. KRAS mutant cancer cells carry a change in the KRAS gene that strongly drives their growth and often makes them more resistant to standard therapies. You can imagine these tumors as particularly aggressive and stubborn. They divide rapidly and are metabolically altered, meaning they change how they produce and use energy and building blocks. For example, increased glucose and glutamine consumption, altered fatty acid and iron usage to enable rapid growth. These specific metabolic pathways make them more vulnerable to therapies that deliberately induce metabolic stress, like the combined strategy of a fasting-mimicking diet and high-dose vitamin C. But why did it work so well? The key lies in the nature of the enemy. Many of the most aggressive cancers carry the KRAS mutation. This mutation makes them resistant to many therapies. Yet this same mutation is also their Achilles heel. The researchers found that these cells have a particular sensitivity to this specific two-pronged strategy. The mechanism is a clever two-front attack. First, high-dose vitamin C forces the cancer cell to break down its protective protein ferritin. That releases reactive iron, which acts like rust and generates massive oxidative stress. Second, the fasting-mimicking diet prevents the stressed cancer cell from ramping up its defense mechanisms. Vitamin C supplies the weapon, and the diet blocks the shield. The result: massive chaos and cell death. Crucially, this is not an either-or strategy. It's a synergy strategy. Clinical trials have already shown that adding high-dose vitamin C to chemo can nearly double survival in pancreatic cancer. Another study showed that adding an FMD to chemo significantly extended survival in aggressive breast cancer. The idea is to make standard therapy smarter and more effective. Before we go any further, an important reality check. First, this is a targeted strategy, mainly for KRAS mutant cancers. Second, we are talking about pharmacological doses given intravenously, not vitamin pills. And most importantly, none of these measures should ever be undertaken without the explicit guidance and supervision of your oncologist. This is cutting-edge research, not a do-it-yourself experiment. What does this mean now for people living with cancer? This research is truly a beacon. It shows how to use the latest findings for oneself in 3 steps. First, get informed. It's very important to know your disease in detail. That means asking your doctor for the tumor's genetic profile, because that can shape the entire treatment plan. Second, start the conversation. Results from studies like these can be an excellent basis for discussing options with your oncologist. You can talk about whether a supportive metabolic therapy might be safe and sensible. Third, integrate the therapy. If the medical team agrees, such a strategy can support but not replace standard treatment. We are at the start of a new era, an era in which we don't just try to poison cancer, but exploit its unique weaknesses. By combining diet and targeted nutrients with modern medicine, we fight not only harder, but smarter. It's a ray of hope grounded in precise, personalized science. wishing everyone a long, healthy, and happy life. Until next time.